Mike Quigley is joining me now. He serves on the House Intelligence Committee investigating Russia's possible interference in the 2016 election. Congressman, what's your response to what we just heard from President Trump?
Yeah, as far as the Russian investigation goes, Anna, apparently the President of the United States is going through two phases at the same time, anger and denial. And it's just breathtaking that he would blame the Obama administration for General Flynn. He might have noticed that the Obama administration fired the general, and in between those two times there were a lot of activities that would have raised a lot of questions, red flags. But they rushed the vetting process through a number of their nominees, and unfortunately they're paying the price now.
But Michael Flynn was vetted by the Obama administration, and the incidents in question happened back in 2014, so that would have been under the Obama administration and would have had to go through their vetting process. So do you believe the Obama administration bears no responsibility?
Well, I think there were mistakes made then, but for the President of the United States now to blame the entire problem on the Obama administration, and there's a big demarcation there. He was fired, right? That should send some major signals to you that there's a problem here. And they were aware of other concerns. And oh, by the way, when Ms. Yates testifies, we're going to find out exactly what she told the White House and when she told the White House about possibilities of blackmail between Russia and General Flynn, and the connections between the Russian ambassador and General Flynn. And the fact that they held on for some time after that before they finally got caught and decided to fire the general.
Sally Yates is, of course, the former acting attorney general before she was fired by President Trump. But your committee canceled the testimony that she was supposed to have, that hearing previously. I know that was when Devin Nunes was still leading the investigation. But has there been a reschedule of yet?
Clearly, it wasn't a Democratic idea to cancel that public hearing. It has not been formally scheduled yet, rescheduled at this point in time. But I do look optimistically at the investigation now. We look forward to working with Mr. Conaway. This week, we do have a closed hearing with Admiral Rogers and Director Comey, and I anticipate the investigation going forward full force, rescheduling that public hearing and going on with the everyday work that is before us.
Who else has the committee agreed upon in terms of witnesses that you want to hear from?
Yeah, there is an agreed witness list. There has been a bipartisan understanding not to reveal that ahead of time, just so we can do the proper vetting and get the preparation prepared for all of these witnesses. So that information will come out very soon. I anticipate these hearings will be scheduled in the coming weeks.
Now, as we mentioned, the big headlines this past week were about Michael Flynn, the Inspector General investigation into his paid speeches that he gave in Russia that he didn't initially disclose and that he had not, in fact, he had been warned not to do. How does this development affect the House intelligence investigation?
Well, the only thing I've heard so far is that he had asked for immunity, but it's far too soon to even consider that at this point in time. We have to be mindful of our colleagues on the Senate side doing the same investigation, and obviously there is a Justice Department investigation. So you'd have to find out from them where they are with this part of the investigation, where the Pentagon investigation is with General Flynn, whether there's an understanding as to his testimony, a proffer. So we're looking at that. I think those are possibilities in the future, but obviously the Justice Department will take the lead.
In your opinion, as a former criminal defense attorney, did Flynn break the law?
You know, given what all I know at this point is what Mr. Chaffetz and Mr. Cummings said. If what they are saying is accurate, he could absolutely be charged with these crimes. But that obviously will be with the Justice Department. As I said before, remembering him leading the chants of lock her up and lock her up at the Republican convention, I think right now the court of karma has General Flynn before them.
Representative Quigley, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Take care.